If there is one piece of advice I can give to you, just one change that you could make to your digital experience, it would be this. Use a password manager. Today we're going to look at what a password manager is and why it's important to use one. Password managers are exactly that. They're applications that you can find on your computers or your phones or your devices that save your passwords for you so that you don't have to remember all of them. Think of them like a digital safe where you can keep all of your login information without having to worry about remembering where it is. Yes, some of these password managers may cost a little bit of money, but not all of them. I'm going to review a few of them that you can use. You can find password managers attached to your smartphones, to your desktop PCs, your MacBooks, your iPhones, your iPads, to any single device that you can think of. There's a password manager solution for you. Why use them? Well, since we're all amazing digital citizens, we always use different passwords for every website that we visit, right? Oof, yeah, I felt that little tinge of awkwardness there, even from where I'm standing. The fact of the matter is you should be using a different password for every single website that requires a login or every app that requires you to sign in. There should be different passwords and none of them should repeat. Each website's unique password should be difficult to remember, even difficult for you to remember. It should be a string of at least 8 characters, preferably upwards of 16 to 30 characters. Uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers, characters, anything that would make it very tricky for someone to guess. That way, if a hacker ever does get access to one of your usernames, they wouldn't be able to fill in your password very easily. Now, as you can guess, having all these different letters and numbers would be very difficult for you to remember. That's kind of the point, right? Well, that's why we need to write them down, which is where a password manager comes in. The first two I'm going to talk about are browser-based, internet browser-based, in Firefox and Chrome. Firefox is my preference. They have a password manager called Firefox Lockwise, which is built into the browser and is actually pretty powerful and, best of all, free. You can access it by clicking the More Options bar, then Logins and Passwords. What's also really convenient about this one is that when you go to create a new login credential, like for a new website that you're just visiting, Login will suggest and create a very strong password for you and then automatically save it to your saved password so you don't need to do anything and you don't even need to know what that password is. Chrome also has its own password manager, but it's a little bit less convenient. Chrome won't suggest a new password for you like Firefox, but when you do write one in yourself, it will ask to save it for you. And it gets saved into your Google account, which is nice because then it can go and travel with you and you can access it anywhere from any device. To see all the passwords that you've saved in your Google account, you just have to go to passwords.google.com as you're signed into your Google account and you can see them all there. Whenever you revisit a site, your password manager will auto-fill in that detail for you, so you don't have to go digging for what that password is. Internet browser-based password managers are great because they're built into something that you're already using, but as you can probably guess, they're just a small part of the company that makes that browser. If you really want to be secure, then you're going to want to choose a password manager that comes from a company devoted to internet security. So here are 2 free password managers that are devoted specifically for that purpose, managing your passwords. One is called Bitwarden and the other is called LastPass. A couple very popular paid password managers are 1Password and Dashlane. These paid password managers can be expensive, but many companies offer family plans so that you only have to pay once and everyone can use it, or student discounts. Other reasons that you might be preferring a paid password manager over a free one is that the company may push more updates more often, which means it's more secure because they're tackling more internet problems that arise, and because they may support any device that you could think of, whether it's an iPad, an iPhone, or an Android device, or Linux, or a MacBook, etc. In most cases, the way that a password manager keeps your information safe is by having one master password, kind of like the combination to a safe. Once you open that using the combination, you have access to everything that's inside. So yes, you do need to know one password, and that should be a really strong one, but at least it's not the 75 passwords that you would have otherwise had to memorize. The bottom line is this: everyone needs a password manager, yes, even you, and everyone should be using unique passwords for every site that you visit. There are great free versions out there, but there's also different paid versions available as well. And at this point, if you have any doubts about why you should be storing your passwords in a password manager, you're going to want to tune into my next video where I explain to you a little bit about how hackers will take your password, and more importantly, what will they do with them once they actually have it? The answer may surprise you. Until next time, Hawks and Falcons, stay safe out there, use a password manager, and you can check us out on Instagram for more information on all of our videos.